All right, good evening, everybody. It is now 7 p.m. I will call the February 4th, 2025 Board of Selectmen meeting to order. All three selectmen are present, and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I'll make a motion that we approve the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes from January 21st, 2025.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on these minutes?
I read them earlier. I didn't see anything, but
The only thing I saw, Dottie, was in citizen comments, agenda item 6. It was mentioned that after attending a joint Board of Education, Board of Finance meeting, that the Board of Ed was proposing a $3 million increase, and that was incorrect. It was upwards of 1 million. So I just don't want people to be led to believe it was 3 million. And that's all I
It was
found.
1 million?
It was 1 million, 900 some odd
Oh,
thousand.
okay.
Okay, if there's no other,
you know what? Under citizens comment, the comment I made, it says the Board of Education workshop tonight is the first step of the budget creation process.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember my exact words.
I
but
went back and listened to it because I couldn't
Is that-
remember those two items. I mean, you expounded a little bit more on the fact, just like when we present a budget.
It's a presentation.
it's
It's
just-
not
It's
an
just the
increase.
first,
Yeah, it was just,
there's been no final cuts made.
yeah,
So. Was that satisfactory?
I just don't remember verbatim what I said, but the point was that it is not the final number, that $1 million increase, and I don't know if that I said it that way, so.
I'm not sure that you did either,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a good summation, I thought.
Okay.
All right, if there's no other additions to the minutes, all in favor of approving the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes from January 21st, 2025, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. I don't have any correspondence except for what's in
Yeah,
what's in the packet, which is from the Board of Trustees for the library. All right, any correspondence that either?
nothing that's not in the packet.
All right, we will move on to selectmen comments. The floor is open for selectmen comments.
Yeah,
Did we
I,
reach out to try to move down and go back to selectmen comments after the veteran of the month?
well, I don't have any selectmen comment,
I don't either.
Oh,
so, done.
okay. I do.
Go ahead.
Well, then you.
Okay,
you
I'll
make
get,
it-
I'll get moving while
Yeah,
we're
well,
getting
then-
settled. All right. So I wanted to present that the Thompson Recreation was awarded an ARPA funds grant through the Department of Aging and Disability Services. And they did want me to share that we are thrilled to announce the Thompson Recreation has been awarded an ARPA funds grant from the Department of Aging and Disability Services. The total grant award is $24,070. This generous funding will allow for new affordable, low-cost senior programs to be designed by Thompson Recreation. New senior programming will include a diverse variety of fitness classes, social events, and assistance to senior citizens over the age of 60. The funds will also help support special senior outings and day trips. These programs will aim to provide local seniors with increased opportunities for socialization and engagement. It will help to reduce social isolation and will contribute towards improving cognitive function amongst Thompson's senior population. Along with offering a variety of programs and events, Thompson Recreation will also be opening a friendship share with the assistance of Thompson Business Association's Weekend Warriors. This share will take place throughout the year, allowing Thompson senior citizens to receive assistance in acquiring toiletries and other household items that they might not be able to get in other locations. Additionally, there will also be scholarship opportunities for seniors to reduce or eliminate the cost of recreation programming. To qualify, seniors must reside in Thompson and fill out a scholarship application in the Thompson Recreation Department office. So that was something I
Very
thought was important to share. Yep. What were you gonna say?
No, I said very nice.
Oh, very nice, okay. Additionally, a week from this Thursday, February 13th at 6 p.m., the Parade Committee for America's 250 celebration will be meeting here. Erica Groh is chairing that committee. The parade is planned for July 4th, 2026 at 9 a.m. And the last big thing to note is there is a budget meeting tomorrow here in the Cine Room and virtual. It's our first budget presentation workshop, and that'll be 6 p.m. Now, the last thing that I wanted to just bring up, for the last 3 meetings, Selectman Beausoleil, you have addressed the hour change. Coming from a business background, having a business administration degree, working for 10 years as an accounting manager and running this town hall, as I see as a business, taking the care and as a leader, taking the care of the employees under my charge. But since you brought it up 3 times and wanted to make sure that your thoughts and feelings were added to the minutes this past week, I thought it was important that, well, maybe Mr. Beausoleil, Selectman Beausoleil, pretty smart guy, maybe he knows more than me. So I did approach our town attorney to ask him to clarify salary positions, and I would like to share that with the board tonight. And Dottie, I would like this to be added to the record as an attachment to the minutes. So this is to me, Amy St. Onge, from Duncan Forsyth, our town labor attorney, dated February 3rd, 2025, in regard to salaried employees. You have asked for some guidance regarding the payment of wages to salaried employees and how the number of hours worked in any given week affects those wages. In general, a salaried employee's regular pay is based on the set amount for that year, divided by the number of regularly scheduled payments, typically weekly, bi-weekly, or twice per month. A salaried employee is not required to work any set number of hours, and wages cannot be deducted except for things like unpaid leave of absences. They do not get docked pay for working less than the normal work week, nor paid overtime for working extra hours. If an employee appears to be slacking and not putting in the requisite time or effort in order to do the job, appropriate discipline can be utilized in order to address the problem. Examples of exempt duties that salaried employees typically perform include managerial oversight over staff, meaningful input into hiring and firing decisions, determining disciplinary action, scheduling employees, formulating personnel and other policies, assessing employee performance, and determining staffing levels. Such individuals typically employ discretion and judgment on a regular basis rather than performing routine tasks. While salaried employees typically do not record their time, such can be requested in order to make sure employees take proper breaks, manage workloads, and provide for workplace efficiencies. Furthermore, since salaried employees are paid a set annual amount, no hourly rate is assigned to them and need to be shown on any payroll stub information. We hope that the above discussion is helpful to you in understanding some of the issues regarding salaried employees that you will encounter. If you have any particular questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. So I would implore the board, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Attorney Forsyth and he'd be happy to answer questions. But this is truly what a salaried employee is. We are not at risk should they go over. The only time, and I wanted to address this because this was a particular comment, the only time it becomes a problem if a salaried employee works overtime is if it drops them below the minimum wage level. There isn't a director in this building that would drop below the minimum wage at the hours. They potentially will work overtime. So I just thought it was important to address it because it was brought up on 3 occasions and to set the record straight. And that is all I have for this evening. All right. With that, we're going to move to our favorite part of the evening, which is our Veteran of the Month.
Are we gonna bypass
Oh,
citizens'
citizen
comments?
Oh, I'm so excited to get to the veteran.
I know, I just don't want you to
Okay,
skip an
thank you.
agenda item.
First, citizen comments. Citizen comments, we'll start with the Zoom audience tonight. Any citizen comments in the Zoom audience?
Not seeing.
Hello,
Yes,
hi there, Sally White, 308 East Thompson Road. Would you please let me know what the procedure protocol is in the event that someone can't join in the Zoom meeting right at 7 o'clock? There've been, I don't know, 2 or 3 times when I wasn't able to be part of it right at 7, and I tried to get in 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, and I've never been able to achieve that. So how is it that one can join the meeting while the meeting is in process?
well, you should still be able to join the meeting. I would say if you tried to join the meeting last week, it was or the last meeting, it was such a short meeting. We finished at 7:16. So if
No,
you
it wasn't
want
last
to-
week. It's been a little while back.
Okay,
I don't remember the dates
was
exactly,
it-
but
and
it's
I'm
been
sorry,
at
was it a
least
board of,
twice.
I'm sorry, Sally, was it a Board of Selectmen meeting?
Correct.
Okay,
The other option that Sally does have is just to do it through the phone
Colin.
and call in
Right.
that way, because sometimes the internet with a computer can have its glitches, as we know. So,
well, I mean,
How
generally.
can one use a telephone if you can't get in through the internet?
Well, there was a call-in line, but no matter what, I have people that join the meeting all the time in midstream, in midway. It happens in Board of Finance meetings, it happens in this meeting, so I
Hmm.
don't know what might have happened. But alternately, I know that you wouldn't be able to make any comments because if you couldn't access and get on, but you can always listen to the video,
okay,
which is always posted afterwards. So I'm sorry that if that ever happened, I don't know on my end because I routinely let people in the middle of the meeting.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, one other quick thing.
Yes,
Since I'm not there, I would like to send my greetings to Jim Sally and recognize his being honored tonight. Jim, I wish I could be there with you. So my hearty congratulations and commendations to you for being selected Veteran of the Month.
thank you. Thank you, Sally.
That's it.
Any other citizen comments from the Zoom audience? All right, we will move to the live audience. Citizen comments, Mr. Steve Benoit.
Steve Wright, Emergency Management Director. I'd like to thank the Bay State Trail Riders Association from Douglas, Mass. And Valerie Clark for donating gloves to the constable that works their trail ride on November 17th.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything that you did for us. We run this on a private property, but we crossed some dangerous roads, East Thompson Road being one of them, and it was really nice to have that extra measure of safety this time. We had a good turnout, which all benefits a not-for-profit that works on trails in Thompson, so
Excellent.
thank you.
Very nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for doing
Thank
that
you.
too, Valerie.
Any other citizen comments here in the live audience? Yes,
Just real quick, Valerie Clark, I just wanted to say thank you. I didn't get a chance to read the minutes from last time, and so thank you for correcting the minutes, because you were right, I did say 1 million.
Yeah. And I owed you something. I did reach out to the Connecticut Sighting Council and you were indeed correct. That the public comment period went a month after the public hearing that they held on January 22nd.
January 16th.
January 16th, thank you. So it would go until February 16th.
15th, yeah.
15th probably.
15th.
Yeah. So. Any other citizen comments in the room? All right, we're going to move on To my favorite
To our favorite.
time of the month, our favorite time of the month, the Veteran of the Month, and I do have a nice article that Rainey Moran wrote that I'm going to read for everybody tonight. Thompson Veteran of the Month, February 2025. Jim Sally of Whittemore Avenue in North Groverdale has been chosen by the nominating committee to be honored as the February 2025 Thompson Veteran of the Month. Jim is the first Korean era the first Korean era veteran to be so recognized since the new program was initiated this past summer. Mr. Sally was born in Albania and immigrated to the United States in 1937 with his mother, joining his dad, who had previously arrived in America in the mid-1930s. They settled in what is still referred to this day as the Greek village, with many other Albanian and Romanian families. Some of those names are legends in the community and are still very familiar to many of us. When they arrived in North Groverdale, most, if not all, worked in the local textile mills. Mr. Sally related that 3 or 4 men would room together in those small apartments to save a little money. They were happy to be in America. They took up the game of baseball, and most became very good at it. Some even went on to become semi-professional ball players. What better way to be American than by playing baseball, our national pastime, said Jim. Many of those family names are still synonymous and well recognized in this community. The Vrigas, the DeGardis, the Fatsies, the Gnomes, I have new
Alleys.
contact
Alleys.
lenses. The Alleys, the Cabarinas, the
Egypts.
Egypts, the Alms, and the
Somebody help us out.
Mertezas
And the jitties.
and the Jitties, among many others who became the fabric of our community and who Jim Sally fondly ponders and recalls with much pride and admiration. Jim joined the Army in 1952 and was stationed at Camp Piquet, Virginia, before he was assigned to serve in Tokyo, Japan, where he then spent the better part of 2 years working as an administrative clerk typist in the Quartermaster Depot. His duties included working on very challenging and comprehensive issues for generals and senior military staff, handling extremely confidential and sensitive documents. Jim returned to the United States and finished his military assignment at Camp Kilmer, New Jersey. He went on to a career that is legendary in the Thompson community, including, but not only limited to, journalism, politics, historian extraordinaire, husband and family man, business owner, sports memorabilia collector, avid Ted Williams supporter, often calling him the greatest hitter of all time, and his beloved Boston Celtics. Many of those pictures, memorabilia, and autographs still hang on his walls at home today and could rival and exceed many Boston sports museums. Jim's lifetime love of athletics was showcased by his years of philanthropic support to many local school and community sports programs. As a longtime sports writer for the Webster Times, penning the Nutmeg Notes, and to the Worcester Telegram and Gazette, Jim always made certain that all local athletes, especially those from his beloved alumni Turtelot Memorial High School, was prominently recognized. In 2008, at Jim's recommendation and influence, he was a founding member of what is now known as the TMHS Athletic Hall of Fame. As a gifted young athlete at TMHS and later as an accomplished pitcher for the local American Legion baseball program, Mr. Sally was inducted in the TMHS Athletic Hall of Fame in 2017, representing the great graduating class of 1951, which is 74 years ago. Jim Sally is also well known and beloved in the Webster Dudley community. In 1956, he joined a retail store, the Webster Surplus Center on Main Street, and worked there for some 24 years before becoming the owner of his own establishment, Jean's Warehouse, with his wife Jean from 1979 to 1995. Most young boys and girls growing up in the 80s and early 90s in the Thompson, Webster, and Dudley area have very fond memories of having their mom and dad take them to Jeans Warehouse to purchase those famous Levi jeans, Converse sneakers, and other clothing accessories for the beginning of each new school year. All us youngsters always look forward to the shopping experience because Mr. Sally would take time to talk to each boy and girl about sports and about the upcoming school year. And of course, they always went home with new Levi jeans. I am quite sure that was a tradition that many readers of this article will certainly enjoy reminiscing about. It was natural for Jim to eventually become involved in local politics as he knew everyone and everyone knew and respected him. A true gentleman and supporter of all things Thompson, Jim went on to a 16-year tenure as the selectman to the town of Thompson. First serving with George Bates for 8 years, and then he became Thompson's first selectman for 4 years and served another 4 years as Ruth Bark's selectman. Jim also served on numerous boards and committees over the following decade, including being the driving force of the 1976 Town Hall Renovation Committee. If you want to know anything about the past in Thompson, just ask Jim. He always had a knack to retain historical points about his community that most of us had long forgotten. We had a saying in my office when I was tax collector, and when we would not recall something, it did not matter what the topic was. It could be dates or events, sports, people, politics, or anything else. Thompson, very often, we would say to each other, let's ask Jim Sally next time he comes into the office. He'll know the answer for sure, and he always did. Jim married Jean Chaput in 1957, and they have been married for almost 68 years. Together, they have 4 adult children, Kathy, Margie, son John, and Nancy, along with 4 wonderful granddaughters. During his service time, Jim received a number of medals, badges, and commendations. Among those were the Korean Service Medal, the Good Conduct Medal, the United Nations Service Medal, and the National Defense Service Medal. Next time you see Jim around town, congratulate him on his service and on a life well lived, an icon in this community. Mr. Sally, thank you for your service from a very grateful community. And now I'm just going to turn it over to our veterans officer to say a few words. Randy Moran.
A very few words.
Thank you, but not necessary.
Well, it is an honor. It is an honor to be here this evening, Jim. You're someone that I grew up looking up to and admiring from the time I was a youngster. And the story I tell about going to before the first day of school every year,
Yeah.
all us kids in the village here and in Webster and Dudley used to go to your store to buy
Jeans
new
Warehouse.
Levi
You can
jeans,
say it.
new Levi jeans to begin the school year and our Converse shoes.
Yeah.
And I know that a number of people who have read that have commented on that and how great of a memory that is. So from that time on, I grew to love you and to respect you for everything that you've been to Thompson. Talk about a success story, an immigrant from Albania in 1937 to the pinnacle of being a first selectman and a leader and a beloved person in his hometown, in the town of Thompson, your beloved town of Thompson. You are the epic success story in my opinion and the opinion of everyone else. You know, from the time that you played sports with all your buddies in the Greek village, playing baseball, having a wonderful time,
Yeah.
until now when you sit here this evening, and all those years in between, and all those stories that you've told people over the years, all the times that you came into my tax office and you would bring me the Boston Globe when there was a good article on the Boston Red Sox or the Boston Celtics. You're just a gem. And when I tell you how often that we would talk in the tax office and say, son of a gun. Well, I wonder what happened then, or where was that particular thing? And we would always say, next time Jim Sally comes to the office, we'll ask him and he'll know. And you always did. You never failed us. You always had an answer for us. So your memory is just tremendous. What you've done for this community, the school community, putting together that athletic hall of fame, that all of the great athletes that have come through, a lot of them in your time, people that you played ball with, have been so honored, and right up until into today's time, that's to your credit. The building that we're sitting in right now tonight, your credit. You were a big part of the town hall renovation program, and countless other committees that you've been involved in your entire life. A life well lived. And the fortunate part is that you had such a wonderful partner to share it with. Your lovely wife, Jean. I don't know who's more fortunate, if Jean is more fortunate to have had you around, or you're more fortunate to have had Jean around. I have a feeling it's the latter. I think you were very, very fortunate to have Jean as your partner all of these years. What, almost 67, 68 years of marriage. I think if I add up all of my marriages, I don't make that.
I don't think that
None of us
counts.
in this room either. Jean, congratulations as well, and to your daughter Margie and the rest of your family. Sam, you as well, congratulations to all of you. Thank you for being here today. Our first Korean era veteran to be honored as Veteran of the Month. And I think that's quite an honor and well deserved. So without, I could go on all night, Jim, and tell stories about you, but we're short on time.
Enough is enough.
And the first selectman has a wonderful plaque to present to you. So on behalf of the town of Thompson,
I'm gonna get up.
and all of the citizens in this community, please accept this plaque.
Can I get up?
Yeah.
Help me. Yo, that's how it is when you hit 90 plus.
Well,
Wow.
Jim, the town of Thompson honored Veteran of the Month, Jim Sally, United States Army, 1952 to 1955. And all your other accolades. Thank you very much. for
Very
your
nice of you,
service.
but not necessary. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate it
Thank
very
you.
much.
I'm gonna hand this off.
Very much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
like
how
to
about
say
a
anything?
picture maybe with
Just say
Jean?
thank you.
Just thank you, okay.
Yeah, and I believe there are other, maybe veterans or people that have served the town similarly, and, I think they deserve to be, recognized and what have you, and
We will get to
always
that.
thank them. They were always nice to me, everybody in this town.
We can only honor one a month.
So,
Oh, what-
since Randy has become our veteran service
Yeah.
officer, he
Yeah.
has initiated this program, Jim, where we acknowledge one veteran a month.
Yeah.
So you're in the hot seat tonight.
Yes.
I'm doing well, Joy. Good.
How about a picture with, maybe Jean and
With Madame.
Margie? A nice
Get
picture
the whole
with
family,
the first selectman. And maybe the entire board of selectmen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You wanna stand, Papa, or do you wanna?
No, Mimi, you said.
Here, we can move this chair, make a little more room, come in.
Oh, yeah.
Randy, coming in? You really should come in.
Ready.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is your thing.
Yeah, and now we're even.
All right, everybody look this way.
Perfect. Wonderful. Anybody, Margie, did you bring your camera? Or
I did.
you went up there?
Oh, yeah, I am taking
What do you want
some.
to go?
Maybe,
Yeah, okay.
All right. Nice to see you.
Doesn't stay on.
And miss our talks. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Jen. Thanks for your
and
service.
taking-
Thank you.
One more?
it's-
Oh, it's insurance.
I don't know.
Because I was flying, the different angle.
Oh. Thanks, and thank you.
Yes, thank you for your
For all
service.
this stuff, you know, it's your time off and, you're putting up with this old geezer. You know?
Anytime,
Yeah.
I miss you, your talk, our talks too.
We all do.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
have to,
Everyone's doing
I
well.
have to remind you.
Nobody's home anymore. It's moved away.
Has a number.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're okay, hold out there, where you weren't gonna come out?
Couple thousand, something like that.
Yeah.
We say to people.
Yes, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's still blowing.
I remember
Uh,
kids.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
So all grown up.
Yes, told you that many times, it is a record.
I have
Yes.
two in Chicago and one in Winslow.
What was the top of it?
Yeah. You get old, you such things.
They live together. He is,
That's one other
Emily works for months, so she wanted to go to home.
See you in a while.
Yeah, Emily's talking about what was in the area.
Okay,
So you're more than welcome to
Yeah,
stay for the
all
rest
over
of
the
the
place.
selectmen
Yeah.
meeting if you'd like, and.
well, we'll see what my,
Yeah.
I think Margie has some plans.
Thank you, Mark.
We have to get. we have to get home. It's been gone since
Thank you for bringing.
Thank you.
your parents up. Yes.
Thank you, great seeing.
Such a
Thank
cool
you.
laugh, yeah.
Congratulations, Jim, and I'm one of those kids that used to go to War Surplus.
Was
My mother.
even before what?
Sneaker allergy, that's right.
Yeah.
War jeans.
Oh,
Yeah.
War jeans, they used to fit me for my sneakers every day.
Yeah.
Converse sneakers.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Used to go over to theirs
The
and
balls and
weekends.
the.
Yeah.
Where can you
And then down
get
over
this?
to-
Now he's just warm and good enough.
That's right.
Pair of jeans.
And who was the greatest hero of all time?
Red tag.
Ted Williams.
Yeah.
Greatest ever. Thumping Theodore. Thumping here. The last guy to hit 400 for a season. Theodore Samuel Williams. And he was a veteran. And
Yes, he was.
Huh?
Yeah. He actually flew in the war with somebody else from town, my next door neighbor, George Pompeo.
Yeah.
I know there
Flew
was
in the
got
war
hit by a
together.
fly ball that Ted
Yeah.
Williams hit.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, almost, no, he was coming to their face and the guy next to her jumped in front of the ball. My father didn't, but.
Thank you.
That's
And
Absolutely.
all that you do. Not only time here, but time that you serve in the town hall. You know, it's quite.
Glad that you were
It
here.
is, it is. Learned a lot being
Keep it
here.
up.
Wow.
You know, we need these great guys.
Nice, these are
With folks.
vice grips.
They're mine's, no.
We have a good role model.
No, I'm sorry.
We have a good
Just
role model.
come back from 2 weeks vacations, I've got more strength than I did than normal.
Yeah, you had to do a nice.
I know. That's looking good.
I didn't either. I know he, my father served with him.
Oh, yeah.
Him and, Ruth Sparks. Before he was.
I know about Ruth Sparks, because she was,
It was,
oh, I meant to ask her
It
if he
was
was still
Jim.
on the, is he still on the,
That's a little me.
Gladys Green, the housing authority?
You remember me, right? John Samaki.
Yes. I knew about Ruth Sparks because she initiated the project, the, housing authority, the Gladys Green and Time View Courts.
yeah, because Jim was first selectman with Ruth and my father, and then, She ran. and then Jim came back, I forget, later on.
To be selectman again.
Back in late eighties or nineties, I think it was in the,
I remember when he was selected.
and he came back after. To be on the board.
Great guy.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
When we went down there, we went, you know, we went to time share meeting.
Please, please. Tell me your name.
To politician.
Yes.
He's adorable.
And also.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
What else you remember?
And we got to go on,
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Where's my cap? Ooh, my old Celtics cap.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Don't lose that.
This is from James Warehouse.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's how old it is.
Yeah, it is. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye. Stay warm.
Yes.
Nice, off you go. We're gonna roast to run these. You wanna walk?
Huh?
Use to run these select. You wanna walk? You use it as a walker. Use it as a walk.
Right?
That's it, right? Take care, Jim.
Thank you, Rita.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rita, for all that you did,
See you soon.
and you did it. Now. Home.
All right, we will resume the Board of Selectmen meeting. It was important. That was a great honoree,
Yes.
not only for his
great
service to
person.
country,
Great
but to
family.
his
To the
community.
town as well.
Yeah. So. All right, moving on to agenda item 8. We received a message from the Library Board of Trustees Chairperson, Robert LaChance. The interview committee strongly feels that Mr. Jacovone was the most qualified candidate and is well suited to carry out the required task of the position of library director. The library board would appreciate having his hiring approved by the Board of Selectmen. Jared is originally from Rhode Island. He's making the move back to this area, and he has a very vast amount of experience in libraries.
Do we have anyone for the library board on tonight? And
Without a doubt, from what I understand. Oh, no, Linda's on. Linda's on,
Oh, she isn't.
Linda J. What's your thoughts?
I wondered, it doesn't say a projected start date.
Oh, March 1st, but technically March 3rd.
And
Yes.
I'm assuming he's in North Carolina now.
But he still has family in Rhode Island. He's making the move here.
Coming back.
Oh, and
If
that's
he's not
fine.
already
No,
here,
Yeah,
I don't-
no, that's fine. I would, this is a director position. I
Yes.
would have rather met him or at least had him on the Zoom call so we could have.
According to the ordinance, Library Board of Trustees has sole discretion in choosing a candidate.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
Okay.
saying as a courtesy, it would be nice to kind of have
Mhm.
met him or had him on the Zoom call.
Mhm.
Just so we could put a face to who we're hiring or approving.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe I'm out of line with asking that. I just,
It might have been but from what I've read, the sole discretion falls on the Library Board of Directors, to the point that it was tough to get them to allow Michelle to,
be involved in the
Facilitate.
process.
yeah. So. But I brought the question. I will say I brought the question to the labor attorney because I thought it was odd as well, but it specifically says Library Board of Trustees has sole discretion in the interviewing and the hiring process. The Board of Selectmen is just, it's a formality to approve. But I will say that I think his experience shines. I think that the Library Board of Trustees feels entirely comfortable, all of them feel very comfortable with this selection. They feel very good about it. I think he's a very strong candidate.
I have no doubt they've done their due diligence. They've done I'm assuming, they've gone through their process, they've interviewed and all of that. I just feel that as a director position, it would have been nice to just have a conversation as a courtesy to the Board of Selectmen. Maybe,
Oh, I would probably agree,
we
but
can ask him to attend our March meeting after he starts.
okay.
I just
No,
think it's
absolutely. No, and I think
really,
he'd
it's
be
a,
grateful to
we
do
just
that.
had this great meeting with the Board of Trustees talking about communication.
Right.
And so let's put him,
Get him right
in front of
here to
us,
meet
yes,
meet
to start
everybody.
communicating right away.
Yep. No, absolutely. I can set that up tomorrow with him. I've been in direct communication already with him.
Wonderful.
I think he's going to be very communicative to this board and already being involved. He's planning on attending the leadership roundtable that he was invited to with the school, with the
Oh,
students.
right,
the Leadership
right.
committee.
Oh, right.
And he's very excited about participating and being a part of that.
Good.
Yeah,
So,
looking at his resume, he's quite impressive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have no
Uh,
doubt. And if that's, the selection of the library board, then I have no doubt they did their job.
I
I
have
just,
no doubt either. So I'll make the motion that we hire Jared Jacobone as the new librarian director for our town.
and I will second the approval of that hire. Any further discussion on this recommendation? All in favor of approving Jared Jacobone as library director hire? Say aye.
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 All right, agenda item 9, Girl Scout request, cookie sales at the transfer station. We did have one change. The agenda had said March 22nd through April 26th. However, there were, back in August, we had approved a fill the paw.
so conflict.
Which is on the 22nd and then on the 26th. So we've shortened the time frame for the Girl Scout cookie sales. It's going to be March 29th through April 19th, 8 AM to 2:30 PM at the transfer station.
So I'll make that motion
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for
with,
cookies.
with the dates adjusted.
With the dates
20
adjusted
29th and the
to
19th.
March 29th through April 19th, 8 AM to 2:30 PM. Any further discussion on this request?
Girl Scout cookie time.
All in favor of these Girl Scout cookie sales, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And I will give a shout out to Kelly Janest at the Public Works Garage. She's the one that picked up on the error
Good.
today. Or the duplicate. So we would have had two people at the
Pretty
transfer.
amazing over
She
there.
is. She is. I had to give her the
She is-
shout out.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
So it was back in August and Marie was like, how come I didn't end up on my calendar? I said, because you didn't have a calendar yet. Because we hadn't ordered them yet. So that was a little error in my office part. All right, agenda item 10, the Natchog Epic is back. This is its 5th year. Requesting road use Sunday, March 23rd, 2025 from 9 AM to 4 PM. The affected roads, and we have not received their insurance, so any motion
That's
would
what I
be
was
pending
gonna
the
ask for.
insurance. Aquatic Town Farm Road, which would lead to Wakefield Pond Road, and then coming back, goes through quite a few towns,
Mm.
Pomfret, Woodstock, Putnam. And it'll affect Ravenel Road, Messier Road, West Thompson Road. Continuing on the Airline Trail, Sunset Hill Road, Thompson Road, Gawron Road, Brandy Hill Road, Old Brandy Hill Road, Dutton Road, and then finishing up on East Thompson Road back to the Speedway where the event kicks off. So I'll make a motion that we approve the road use requested by the Natchog Epic Bicycle Tour from March 23rd, 2025, 9 AM to 4 PM, pending the receipt of insurance.
Second.
Any discussion on this request? Okay, all in favor of approving the request from Natchog Epic, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, agenda item 11. Quite a few months ago, I was approached by the Connecticut DOT. Curious if we would be willing to participate in the design build program. So this is a state/federally funded program to improve 2 of our bridges or to reconstruct 2 of our bridges in town. The first being Brandy Hill Road over Quadic Lake, bridge number 05412, and Spicer Road over 5 Mile River, bridge number 06255. The way the program works is the Connecticut DOT does everything. Not kidding. This is what we've been asking for, at least I know I've been asking for from our representatives and anybody that I'm in touch with at the state, that Thompson needs help with bridges. So, because we have so many that are poor or failing. And these 2 were noted. So what the state of Connecticut would do is they design, they go out to bid. They take care of all the work right down to the construction phase. It's 80% funded from GO under the federal off-system bridge program. And then there'll be another 20% that will be covered with either state or federal funds, depending on the availability. The two letters that I provided to you, there was one error, so I'm waiting for the correction where they had Coventry listed, because Coventry is another town that's under this program.
Boilerplate letter.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm waiting for the new one. But in the meantime, I thought it was important to get permission from this board to sign the commitment to fund. Do you want these bridges fixed?
You don't need permission, you just need consensus.
Consensus,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
Consensus.
Yeah.
It's something we need to do.
okay.
absolutely.
all
If
right.
we can get these completed
Two
with
bridges to worry
out
about.
a burden on the taxpayer, then I would definitely agree.
I figured it was kind
The
of a
only thing
no-brainer, but.
we,
thought
yeah,
it was a-
we
But
have
it's
no
great that they.
control over what
consider
they
both
do
of
with them
those
anyway.
Mhm,
By far.
yes. All right.
So yeah, I give you my consensus.
Okay.
I agree.
all right.
Ken
Ken
agrees.
said so,
Yep.
all right.
We're good.
So as soon as I get the final doc, I'll resend them to both of you so that you
Sure.
can look over them.
Yeah, I noticed that reading in town of Coventry.
I didn't
saying
pick up on it. I was
Yeah.
looking to see what bridges they were doing.
Boilerplate.
Yep.
All right, the next agenda item 12. I wanted to give the board an update on America's 250. We had another meeting this week. I'm really excited. I sat down with Chandler Paquette from Town of Woodstock. They're excited. Well, let me start from the beginning. The biggest thing that's coming up that we're super excited about is what we're terming the Battle of Fairholme Farm. Just recently, this is a reenactment, a Revolutionary War reenactment. We were able to secure the sponsorship of the 10th Regiment of Foot. So it's a reenactment group. They are one of the premier reenactment groups. They are only doing 2 other events in the coming year, and that's going to be the April, I think it's April 19th, 2026 on the Lexington Green. It's a big, reenacting the Lexington Concord battle. And they're also doing Redcoat and Rebels at Sturbridge Village, and they're doing the Battle of Fairholme Farm.
Wow.
So we're terming
Great.
it the Battle of Fairholme Farm. We have approximately 200 acres, including Joe Zarkowitz's property. Solkowitz's property, I said his name wrong. Which he has 82 acres, and that will be where the battles take place. Fairholme Farm agreed to allow us to use their fields, mostly for parking and for extra space for whatever other things we need. So there are currently 6 reenactment groups that are committed to participating. That doesn't take us away from what it might cost. Unfortunately, we would have to provide portalets, constables, for traffic control, firewood, straw, advertising potentially, Putnam EMS service to have an EMS, 3rd crew there for 2 days. We also would like to get a historian / actor to recreate and be Israel Putnam, our local hero, and time period musicians. In total, the cost just for the Battle of Fairholme Farm, and this is just for information purposes, will be about $10,850. I have spoken with Chandler Paquette from Woodstock, and I am going to be attempting to get Putnam, at least Putnam and Pomfret on board as well to share the cost. Other events that are being planned is the marathon, the Redcoat Retreat Run, which is a 5K road race and a marathon. We've mapped out a great course for the runners. Approximate cost, not including what the entry fees will be, which the hope is that we'll be able to use the entry fee to break even. $10,437 to coordinate and put on that race. we'll get sponsors.
Sure,
People will,
Yeah.
there'll be entry fees.
Yeah.
For all the runners. It is being held the same weekend in 2026 as the Boston Marathon, so Patriot Weekend. The reason being is that many runners don't qualify for Boston, but maybe they want to
want to
run that
run
week.
anyway,
So-
yeah.
So this is something that I think could be a tradition that continues long after America's 250. We have the American Band / Community Concert that the school will be participating in. That is $2,000 to get American Band to be here. We think because it's educational and because the community involvement and participation, because the students will be playing alongside the band members of American Band, we should be able to get a humanities grant to help cover that. Fireworks. When was the last time Thompson did fireworks? The Raceway has given us permission to use their site. We have secured a date pending payment, hopefully, of July 3rd. We didn't have to go into any contract. It's a very hot time period for fireworks companies. So at this point, we're just got a verbal commitment. 32,500 is the base price for fireworks. And the last thing is a parade, which we're projecting approximately $1,000. That will be various businesses, organizations, individuals submitting floats to really make the parade something big. And as I had stated earlier, on February 13th, next Thursday, Erica Grow, who's heading up the parade committee, will be having a meeting here. So anybody from the community interested in participating and helping to make this parade really exceptional, they're welcome. So in total, just for your information, so far, not including time period musicians for the Battle of Fairholme Farm or an actor to be Israel Putnam, total anticipated cost for 5 events is $56,537. Obviously, we don't want to put this on the backs of the taxpayers. But I'm excited, because I do believe we do have Woodstock committed to help out with the reenactment, and I think we can get a couple more towns. In the meantime, Nicola Krasnowski and Jessica Bolte, Nikki's going to be chairing the committee, but we checked with the attorney because we weren't sure that a town could actually raise funds, but the town is able to fundraise to help make this happen. So a fundraising campaign, as long as this board is in concession with that, a fundraising committee would be formed and would start preparing to raise funds to help execute these events. And Nikki's idea was to call it the 250 campaign. So to have various levels, like $2.50 for children that might want to save up and donate to help make this happen. $25, $250.
Everything based around.
$2,500 for the big sponsors, and try to make this happen. If the board is okay with that.
I love the way we are embracing this and making it a whole community event, but not just our community, but encompassing towns around and working together. I love this.
And I do have an appointment with Maureen Nicholson on this coming Thursday to present our ideas, but particularly the Battle of Fairholme Farm, because that's supposed to take off on the Columbus Day weekend of 2025. So that's this October, which is when these groups that do reenacting, by after April of next year, they're heading closer to where the action was happening. When the red coat,
Right, they're
actually they
moving.
did retreat and they moved.
How many reenactors are we?
We're anticipating 200.
200, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And with the parade, you're looking for local groups, organizations in town, out of town to bring.
Well, specifically, I think in town, because I think other towns will be doing
Doing
similar
the same, okay,
activities.
and to bring floats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. So,
businesses,
yeah.
organizations, school groups,
Yeah.
Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, all of.
yes. Little League.
Little League, yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
So it's an exciting time.
I'm sorry, I haven't been involved and
Welcome
hearing
to the next meeting.
all the details.
There'll be another meeting in March. I don't remember the date, but I'll get it advertised, and we're gonna start blasting it out on Facebook.
Good.
Because a
So-
lot of these events will need.
Let's get Winnie involved in doing maybe a morning show, like
Yeah.
of what you're doing and have some of your key people.
Absolutely.
Well, you get all the towns tied in, they can have a
Yeah,
WYNY guarantee will
Would
be on
love it.
board with this without a doubt.
Right.
The Fairholme Farms is this October,
Yes,
so consensus is start raising money.
yes.
big time.
That's, that's the most important piece
Yeah.
in my mind, because it really can be a kickoff to this entire region.
It
And
is.
showcasing our hero, Israel Putnam, will just, yeah. So, and somebody said I should probably reach out to Brooklyn too, since apparently Israel Putnam lived in Brooklyn. I thought it was Pomfret, but apparently it was
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
No, I think it's Brooklyn.
Yes,
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, how do
Yeah.
I know that? I don't know.
yeah, but definitely
read
start,
something.
yeah.
give them the green light, let them go, start doing.
And
that.
we're also probably going to try to team up with the Historical Society to help with the fundraising,
Yes,
if they so desire. We haven't talked to them yet. But that was one of the ideas from Nikki.
American Legion, VFW, the different,
With the team of Nikki and Jessica, we're
oh,
sure,
yes, oh, yes.
we're sure to
Yeah.
raise the funds.
That's a great duo.
Okay, so that was really just information. I thought it was important for you both.
I appreciate that. Thank
where-
you.
Where we stand with that.
Yeah, the first event October, that's great.
Yes. All right, we have a resignation tonight. Agenda item 13. Donald Brown was a constable and he has decided to resign from his position effective immediately, and that was on January 20th.
All right, and I'll make that motion that we accept his resignation.
I'll second that, regrets Don has, been involved for quite a long
Yes.
time.
Absolutely. All right, any further discussion? All in favor of accepting the resignation of Constable Donald Brown, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any other business to bring before the board tonight?
No.
Okay. We will move on to citizen comments, and we will start in the room, in the live audience. Any citizen comments? Yes.
Valerie Clark, Elm Road, I know it's been a couple of years since I've been in a meeting where it's come up. I'll just remind folks that.
Pardon me, can't hear.
I'll remind folks that when we're referring to the Thompson Speedway, we need to refer to it as the Thompson Speedway, please.
Okay, what did I say?
Raceway.
Okay, sorry
which
about
is
that.
My property.
Okay,
Thank
sorry about that. I will do my best in the future. Any other citizen comments? How about the Zoom audience? Any citizen comments?
Sally White.
Yes. Yes, Sally.
Regarding the library director position, I commend Suzanne for mentioning that it would have been good to have had him present in one form or another. And regardless of whether the responsibility for hiring is with the Library Board of Trustees, the fact is it's a public library fully funded by the town. Or at least that part that doesn't come from the state or the federal government. But it is the town of Thompson Library, and it's a very public place in terms of the position there. And the fact that his leadership is going to impact, obviously, the contents and some of the programming of the library. So I think that having him present makes a lot of sense to introduce him to the town. Also, if you would, or it would have been good to have, you said he has vast experience, but I didn't hear anything about his background at all. How long has he been a librarian? How long has he held these positions? And at what level? I didn't hear anything said about that. So I'd appreciate if you could speak to that. And then regarding the 250th, I wanted to suggest that the bicentennial be considered if there were any lessons learned. I think it would be instructive to go back to the budget from 1976 and look at what, if any, did the town spend then? What was the line item budget for the bicentennial, which was a pretty big deal. And I know that although I wasn't living here then, well, part-time, I guess, there was a parade. And perhaps talk with some of the people that were involved in that to get lessons learned. And I know I can picture Dave Babbitt in the parade and many, many other people, but I think that that might be instructive. And I hope to goodness that you all do find donors, because I think it would be kind of scary for a lot of the people in town to think that in these hard times that their tax money was going towards something that was discretionary. So I'd be really careful with that. But, oh, and so the annual marathon, so that sounds like recurring costs. It looks like I'm kind of getting a sense of some people are seeing an opportunity here for notoriety or bringing in tourists year after year and making money year after year. It kind of sounds like there's some exploitation going on here with some very vital history. Okay, so that's 3 items. I'm finished. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sally. I am,
Amy, I would
Yep.
hold off on disclosing any information about I think that would be overstepping our boundaries
Okay.
and possibly the ordinance that's in place.
Mhm,
And that would be the library board of trustees position. I'm
Oh,
just saying.
right.
I think that we announced the name, but as far as his resume. Am I correct or incorrect?
I'm not sure. I'd have to find out. It's public information, I would think, but I'll find out.
Yeah,
The biggest thing is the library board is an elected board. So they do represent the town. They are elected to
Yes,
serve. They're not
yes.
just appointed.
right.
Now that
So-
we've approved the hiring,
Mhm.
I probably would talk with the library board and maybe they could put out an announcement
Mhm.
and,
And
you know,
that's
and
what I
talk
would
up
assume
what,
they're going to do.
Right.
It's new territory for them in
Yeah.
a sense because they haven't hired anyone in
But I think bringing
long
him
time.
a
in
long time.
when he
Oh,
gets
for-
here
of course.
and to
And
our
having
first
him-
selectment
yes,
meeting,
yes.
I'm going to invite him tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
To
But,
come to that. so that
They,
we
they
meet
can put
everybody.
out publicity.
Yeah, I would assume they would want to do
Yeah,
that.
and you know,
And I will assure Sally that without a doubt, none of this is going. None of the America's 250 is going to go directly to the taxpayers in any way, shape or form.
Oh, the cost of it.
The cost of it.
Yeah,
That is the intention to figure it out and make this happen. Grassroots effort, like we always, for these types of things have to do. So, and I
Right.
think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. So. Any other citizen comments? All right, I do not have any tax refunds,
great.
so.
motion to adjourn.
Suzanne has a motion to adjourn and Ken has the second. It is 8:03 PM.
Wow.
All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
You want it. Then we need to-